Happy day, guys. Happy day to you. So, some people's asking me, what is retail arbitrage? Now, we're living in a world where a lot of things is happening, right? A lot of new things are happening. Amazon just got approved from the FTC to be able to, fly drones and deliver packages and, all kind of things. And, JCPenney about to go out of business, and, a lot of retailers are going out of business. Now, here's the problem. Here's what's the problem, right? Even though Payless, JCPenney, Sears, Wet Seal, malls are closing, that doesn't mean people don't still need clothes. People don't still need things. People still need stuff more than ever, okay? So with that being said, all these retailers are closing. So as an entrepreneur, right, you can do something called retail arbitrage, where you can go rack up, whether you go on their website or you go to the actual store and buy a bunch of items that they have for cheap. And then you can come on Amazon and sell it, for a retail price. Now, I use a wholesaler, and he goes to like Macy's, Sears, JCPenney's, and he get clothes for like pennies on a dollar, right? And then we're able to now sell it, in our Amazon store, and make money. But what if you don't have a wholesaler, right? You can actually just go to Walmart, you can go to Wet Seal, you can go to Payless, you can go to all these different retailers, right? And either you prep the items for Amazon so you can have your own barcode for your own store, or you pay a prep center. Now, I pay a prep center because I don't want to spend time prepping. I don't want to spend time putting barcodes, on my items, right? So I rather pay someone. So in my class and in my courses, I show you who I use, right, to prep my stuff for me, who I use to put the barcodes and stuff on for me, who I use to actually send the stuff in for me. All I have to do now is search for the product. So if these cups, say if these cups were named, these cups were named Key, right? So the name of the cup is called Key, right? And say if maybe 100 of these are selling a month, right? What I would do is I'll go search the internet, or I'll go to a retail store to see if they have it for cheaper, so that I can actually now buy it and send it to my prep center, and my prep center preps everything for me. And then now all I have to do is wait for them to sell to be able to cash the check, okay? So I like retail arbitrage because a lot of retailers are dying. There's a ton of retailers, guys, that are dying, right? And they need people like entrepreneurs to be able to move their stuff, right? So we can move it to Amazon. Now, the bad thing, about it is that Amazon is already on the rise. And if we're putting more stuff into Amazon warehouses, Amazon is just going to keep continuing to grow. Now, I got into retail arbitrage this year because I said, you know what? Drop shipping is cool, but retail arbitrage is more hands-off, right? But I teach drop shipping and I teach FBA, right? So the retail arbitrage is just a fancy name for basically going to, big box stores and, getting stuff for cheap and then putting it on Amazon for a higher price. That's really all it is, but it's really fulfillment by Amazon because you have it in your Amazon warehouse and the barcodes are connected to your store. So when you make a sale, Amazon automatically knows and it goes, right out, to your customer and you get the credit for it. Amazon takes their fees, of course, and then you get, the money deposited into your bank account. With drop shipping, you don't have to worry about Amazon holding it. You don't have to worry about Amazon, charging you storage fees or anything, because Amazon is not fulfillment by Amazon. It's fulfillment by merchant. And you would be the merchant to be able, to, ship it, to your customer. So basically, you list the item, you find it for cheaper on a retail site or a wholesaler, and then you list it in your store for a higher price. Once it sells, now you go to your wholesaler or you go to your retailer and, you ship it to your customer. So we're in a digital age, guys, where there's so much money in the world to be made. You know, when people tell me they broke and they don't have money and they don't have this and they don't have that and they don't sacrifice, they worried about bills and bills and bills. You know, we're living in an abundant world, and if you only thinking in lack, your world will also be of lack, right? If you're not thinking big enough, then you will always be strapped for money. You will always be hoping, and you will always, you know, try to figure out ways to retire. Because a lot of people right now can't retire. They may have the age, but the money ain't there because they never learned a new skill, right? You got to learn new skills, right? You can't expect, oh, I'm going to get out of high school 40 years ago, and 40 years later, those high school skills is still going to be bringing me in money. No. Every single year, guys, we need to get new skills, whether it's marketing, whether it's your business, whether you're creating your own product, whether you're learning how to sell, whether you're learning Bitcoin, whether you're learning investments, whether you're learning about real estate, whether you're learning about personal growth, whatever it is, guys, learn something new. There's a lot of baby boomers who can't retire because they felt, okay, well, I know this stuff, then this is what's going to get me to retirement. And when it's time to retirement, they can't. Okay, you learn something new every year so you can stay ahead of everybody else who ain't. See, there's no competition in business. There's no competition in business. Why? Because people quit businesses left and right. People build up brick and mortar businesses, hair salon, restaurants, construction businesses, cleaning businesses, multi-level marketing businesses, affiliate marketing businesses, e-commerce businesses, real estate businesses, investment. People quit everything. Most people, everything they start, they quit it. So that leaves room for the real people like me who's saying, you know what, this is my only option. I don't have an option of I'm going to quit and go to my job. No, my option is to keep being creative, keep learning so I can stay ahead of everybody else so I can be the one getting paid when everybody else is quitting. All right, so we got to get our skill set up. Okay, so retail arbitrage, all you're simply doing, guys, is a system that I have in place to show you how. You know, some people may say, oh, you know, I can figure it out on my own. Well, good. Then go figure it out on your own and see how far you get. Right? Because a lot of people that try to figure it out on their own never get anywhere because they get frustrated because they don't know what to do. And they don't have no one to call or no one to text or no one to email and say, okay, am I doing this, that? Because they didn't want to invest in themselves. And this is why people stay in a rut. People stay in a black hole and never are able to get out of it. So for me, I'm willing to invest in myself over and over and over and over and over again. I'm willing to pay whatever I need to pay so I can get to where I need to get to. Okay, but I have the entrepreneur mindset. I have the mindset that I want to grow, and in order for me to grow, right, I got to invest in myself. In order for me to help others grow, I have to, allow them to know that you have to invest in yourself too. But I can't be telling nobody to invest in themselves and I'm not. So all retail arbitrage, guys, is you're getting stuff from different retailers that are struggling and you're putting it in the Amazon store digitally in the Amazon warehouse. You're never touching the stuff. You're never seeing the items, right? Your customer is. Amazon takes care of all of the customer service. They take care of all of the returns and they deal with all the headache. With the retail arbitrage and FBA, with drop shipping, you dealing with all the headache. You dealing with all the returns. You're dealing with all the customers. You're dealing with all the complaints. So this is why I said I'm moving in to FBA because I don't want to deal with those headaches anymore, right? My time is valuable. Now, there's some things in my store that I still drop ship, but most of my store is FBA, retail arbitrage. And I have a wholesaler that I get products from too. But I show you how to do all this stuff in my class. I have a 90-day class where you're able to be in there for 90 days. Plus you get a one-on-one with me just to make sure you're doing everything, correctly, to, set up, your new business and, to make sure that you're building your skill set the right way. So again, retail arbitrage, guys, is where the money is at. So go to createmyown.economy.com, watch my free webinar, and then go to Drop Ship to Riches. It's a free ebook. Read that too, so you can understand and grasp and kind of like grasp the concept of what you will be investing in to be able to learn. Okay? New skills bring new money. Old skills don't bring in no money. Okay? New skills bring you in new money. Old skills bring you in no money. See at the top, guys, because the bottom is just too crowded.